Hello there, everyone. This is SoulSaver17 here, and let me get through it like usual. I don't know this picture, and this is my favorite video. Alright, okay, so fans on. It's kind of hot in my room. Also, mom's watching TV downstairs, so yeah, that's also to black out the noise. Sorry. This video is gonna be really short, like probably 30 minutes. Like I said in my last video, Issei, I am not making a pushover. He has not, I am not made him have no I'm not making him how can I say this right? I did not forget about him and his strengths, since I made him, be different and not like how he wasn't canon. So basically a perv, I basically made Naruto beat him, train him, and basically get it into his head that, if he beats a perv, Naruto's gonna make him train like crazy every single day after school, and then fight him before they're done training, and basically just, yeah, that happened every single day during middle school for a year, for the last 2 years until high school. So, and he's, basically Issei became, not pervert because of Naruto, because after those 2 years, but at the same time, it was just, Issei realized it during the year, and he trained during the summer, and then ever since Naruto stopped training with him, he has been training by himself, and Issei has been training still. So basically, he is a lot stronger in this what if than in canon, and to the point where his skills and abilities are a lot more different. But I need to make sure of something. I basically need to make sure that I name these two, familiars, the fox that I gave Naruto, which I have never talked about, which I was trying to keep it a secret, and I still am, and Issei's, fire snake. So I wanna, check to see if I named them real quick. So hold on. I did not give him the fox, no, the slipper, the snake for the fire snake, basically Issei would name. So the fox, Naruto named it off, one of his shadow clones named it. Q? I don't know, that just popped in my head. But I'll change the name if needed. If, people say, change the name to this or this, I'll pick which one. And, Issei, name the snake, basically, Sora. Oscar, when I did not say, during the training. So, yeah. Okay, alright. Some little bit more background information. Naruto Shadow Clones trains it while Naruto's at school. Issei trains the snake when it's, when he's not doing any, the called club activities or, anything like that. Anything jobs or whatever. Also, Issei has been, since I made Zex, the leader of the cult club, or, aka the principal, and then the cult club, I've wanted to, keep this a secret, but let me just tell you guys now, though. Zex has been doing something with Issei. Well, should I say, giving him tasks only for him, certain jobs, that's all. And they have been asking for Issei around, so he has become a good, servant and good, devil and all that. So yeah, Folly's not gonna talk big no more. Also, another thing, Reese is gonna find out about the whole entire Naruto scars, what he did, and everything. She's gonna find out, and I'm gonna make Naruto heal it. Also, I am making Issei's, balance breaker different. I am also giving Naruto a balance breaker. And, yeah, that's all. And Volley is gonna get his butt whipped by both Issei and Naruto. So, yeah. Okay, so last time we left off, it was at the attack. And, that's where we left off. So, this is What If Naruto Was in High School DXD, Part 5. Alright. So, like I said, we were left off at the attack. The mages just came and, started attacking. Naruto was like Shadow Clone, is protecting Kaneko and Gasper. Kaneko's just talking to Naruto, asking him, are you ever going to show Rias? And he goes, yeah, I'm going to show her. If there's an attack, though, she's going to find out anyways. And besides, you'd probably just want, the scars gone, right? And she does nod and says she doesn't like looking at them. He goes, well, I'm already planning on thinking of getting rid of them. I can also heal, so that way they can go, but I'm keeping at least 10 of my scars. Just 10. I got 5 on I got maybe 3 on my back, 4 on my chest, some on the front, basically, and a couple on my arm, just 2 or 3 on my arms. That's all. She says, Koneko says, well, if it's not that bad, it's not that many, I don't mind seeing them. And she's just red in the face, Gasper, saying, ask Koneko, why is she blushing? And Naruto just says, oh, well, I'm kind of dating her, Akano, and Rias at once. And then when Gasper says, oh, you're cheating, he goes no, at once. Basically, they all like me, and they all 3 of them asked me out, and Koneko nods to Gasper, saying it's true. The attack, happens. Naruto, gets Koneko and Gasper. Basically, he tells her to go, you run, and he just tries, fights off the mages, while the real Naruto is in the council room, with Zex, Azazel, Michael, and hold on, and Seraphil, they're all there talking, and this Naruto Shadow Clone is taking out quite a few of them, not kill, just fought them, and next thing you know, one came from behind, destroyed it, and that's when they were pushing him back, because the Shadow Clone didn't have much chakra, was put into it, so it could only work with what it had, and it knew it wasn't going to get destroyed. And since Naruto's Shadow Clone will relay that information to him, that he probably thinks, something's gonna happen. So, he grabs Akano was to his right, so he grabs her hand and she looks down at. She just has a smile on her face when she notices. Sorry, my words are getting confused. I just have to do one thing of schoolwork left. That tomorrow I just have to do something else. But anyways, like I'm saying, sorry, just trying to think of a lot of things all at once. But anyways, she smiles and looks at Naruto and whispers in his ear, is something wrong? Why you're holding my hand all of a sudden? As she sees the look on Naruto's face, he got all serious, and he just says, just wait a minute, And then, basically, Zenobia and I need, give me a minute. Azia, are there. As Issei does ask if they, if Michael, they can, pray and such, and he explains about the system, still, which, I did not look up her name, but Issei's old childhood friend, is, shocked and heard about it, and all that. And then the whole entire, Rias, says Issei, and she grabs onto his, wrist, and then, boom, the whole entire time stopping happens. As Issei's, arm is glowing along with Kiba's Holy Devil Sword, and Zenovia's, basically, Excalibur sword, far from you, yeah, is glowing, and Vali sees Naruto, surprisingly not affected by it, And just like with Akano, she goes, so what happened? He goes like, time stopped. The mages. And they go, what? And then as the whole time mage happens. I just wanted to give that background information real quick because I was tired and I couldn't, do that. So, but, yeah. So I backtracked a little, just explain it. So, yeah. Naruto says these guys are mages. Humans that use the double magic to make their own magic. Well, this is fun. Everyone else is frozen beside stones with, higher magic or abilities. As, Vali says, you're not, a devil. So how are you not affected? It goes like, one, as basically he shows the ears and the tails, he goes, I'm a fox. The nine-tailed fox. aka the QB. Which Vali's eyes just widen as Naruto is just walking over to him. Second, I have a scalper, a sword, and, well, a secret sword that was made by the great Muramasa himself, in which the blade is just called Muramasa. So, yeah, there's that too. And three, I just don't care. He's right in Vali's face, and he goes like, can you bring out your sacred gear, your sacred gear? Not the whole time balance breaker, the wings. And he goes like, alright. He goes, why? He goes like, just want to see something. And he was like, sure. Vali says, I don't know what his deal is, but I don't trust him. Avion, I think that's the white dragon's name, is like saying like, something is off with him. I can sense the other dragon within him. But it's not him. I don't know. As the next not while he's like thinking this, Naruto's been touching, his wings, as the next everyone just hears copy. And Naruto, as soon as like Vali was like turning around, Naruto takes off his hand, and everyone sees the whole entire like his hand looks like armor, but like a small version of Issei's gauntlet. And next like, I mean, he was like wearing like a long sleeve. The long sleeve like goes down as they like see it's like the whole entire like his arm where it like bends. It's like all black. It's basically like fingertip, fingers, like the gauntlet, all the way up to the middle of his arm, then black. Like I said last time, smaller, skinless, like, scale armor, like the armor. So, yeah. As the Vali goes, what the? He goes, hey, corrupt Drake. You got it? He goes, copy complete. The full capabilities of the white dragon is ours. You can also give it to anyone you want. And he goes, yo, Issei! He looks over at Issei, he goes, want some divine power? And Vali goes like, what? And Issei just says, he goes, yeah, don't worry. I corrupted it. Well, it is still divine, but let's just say this. There is no white dragon within me. It's just, the piece of Drake that I ripped off by accident and made it corrupt Drake. He basically copied it, and now, well, it's like yours, but I'm also gonna need something from you. I don't have all your abilities, so you mind if I get the dragon shot, the balance breaker, and all that? It's gonna be different though. And he just says, sure, after everything you've done for me, I don't mind. So he walks over to Issei. Issei, holds out his hand, and, basically Drake is saying, well, it's his left hand, and Drake is saying, like, this is gonna be quite impossible, but I learned from Issei, and by watching you, Naruto, that even the impossible can be impossible if you're, determined, and even a fool can do it. Because then Naruto just says, yeah, but, it is so divine, ability, so this may hurt, so, I don't know. As, next thing you know, Vali just says, You won't be able to do it. It's impossible. As in he says, transfer. You know, transfer skills. As next, you know, there is a blue glow around Issei. And then it's gone. As he goes, how do I know it's try to bring out the wings? You know, like he has. As the next you know, boom! Issei has red and blue wings. And everyone's like, what? He goes, huh, it looks like I made Drake a, you know, a divine devil dragon. Or, well, the dragon does enhance his abilities. The Welsh dragon, the divine dragon. So I guess it's the Welsh divine dragon now. As Drake just laughs. And he says, alright, Issei. You know, he goes, yeah. Here Naruto goes like, alright. And he says, copy! You know, again. As he basically just says, I wonder. Yo, Q! As next thing you know, a fox appears like from mist. The orange fox. I'm making it now like since Naruto has been trained the fox. You know, its just fur got a little like it went to like it went to like a little bit silver. It's a silver and orange white look now. As so Rias and Zenobia along with Akano just sent, you know, what Zenobia says, wait, he has a fox? And he is a fox? And Naruto explains, this is my familiar, which is a fox, and she is, well, she's very good at doing stuff. So, yeah, this is going to help you guys out to get to Gasper. And then, basically, Issei's snake Sora comes out of nowhere through fire as basically the snake got even bigger. As Naruto goes, dude, have you been training him? As Issei just says, yep. He can do dragon shots now. He goes like, wait, what? He goes, yeah, turns out Drake figured, hey, if the copy version of him can do it, so can I. And it was done by my will, so yeah, he can do a dragon shot now. And can you, you know, give him some wings? He goes, maybe. I don't know if I can. I'll do it later. Oh, wait. Hold on. As he leaves, he looks outside, and he notices that they're dealing with all the, like, the angels and devils and fallen angels. He goes, alright, so, gotta call someone real quick. Yo, Gramps! As Naruto says, as all of a sudden the Sage of Six Paths comes out of nowhere. He goes, yes, Naruto. He was like, quick question for you. Is it possible for my friend here to gain chakra? Even though he is a devil, he does not have magical abilities. Besides, his magic's very low. So, is it possible for him to have it? Even, okay, quick pause on what I'm saying. I'm making it where Issei's gonna gain more power and abilities and such. And also, I kind of want to make it where Naruto gets the Sage of Six Paths of powers, and so does Issei. Reasons why. That's a secret. That's basically a secret. Just want to say that real quick. It is a secret. But yeah. But anyways, back to it. As you know, as basically the Sage of Six Paths, you know, floats over to Issei, puts his hand on his head, closes his eyes, and he senses, you know, chakra within him. You know, usually people don't have that much, only enough to like live on and such. You know, nowadays they have chakra, but they just can't use it. But Issei, seems like Issei has a lot of it. And he asks, "Have you been training, boy?" He goes, "Yes, sir, I have." He goes, "Then you have gained the ability to use chakra." He goes, "What?" You see, most people nowadays don't train that much. Even people that train can't use it. But since Naruto trained you, he might have trained you in the way of the ninjas without even knowing. Even while his powers and memories were basically sealed off. As Naruto just scratching his head, he goes like, "Wait, really?" He goes, as you know, Sage of His Past says yes. but also it's because of a certain thing. To think that still happens even to today. He goes, alright, since he doesn't have no basically any magical power, and it's just the power from his sacred gear, as Zack says, yes. Because he has the ability to use chakra. You can give him it, or I can unlock it. As Naruto just says, can you unlock it first, then I can give him some? He goes, alright. As basically the Sage of Six Paths just asks him to, like, if he could just, touch a certain areas for his chakra to be released, which is his forehead, his left shoulder, and then his right shoulder, and then his chest, basically his heart area, which Issei does not mind. So that's what happens. And next thing you know, I'm just saying, like, those could be like specific points for the chakra to be released. I don't know for sure. I know what it sounds like. Yes, I know. But here's the thing. I just did not know where else it could be. So basically, it could be like on the side, his stomach, his basically his hand, and such. Chakra points. So, yeah, okay. Let's just say he got, in a matter of seconds, all the chakra points for Issei to be, released. As then Issei feels an overflow of energy, and Drake is even surprised by this, asking, What is this? As Naruto says, this is chakra, the life energy of people, the most strongest and most potent thing on this planet, which the ninjas of Konoha Village used to use as a daily basis, and which I also use, but, whatever. So, Issei, we're gonna train you later, as Issei said, like, face goes pale, and he goes, no, please, no, not your training, not your training, as Issei's like backing away very slowly, as Naruto goes like, what's wrong? Come on, it wasn't that bad. He goes like, as Issei just, screams out saying, you literally broke me down, built me up, beat me to a living pulp, kept doing this for every single day for a year straight. He goes, yeah, and it helped you not be a pervert and actually be doing good in school, care about your grades, and stop freaking do whatever else you do. He goes, yeah, but still, I don't want to go through that again. Please, not again. As he just, like, is at the wall. Q's just, goes on top of the table, and Seraphel, just sees, like, the orange and silver hair fox, and she just goes, can I pet her? As Naruto says, I don't know, it's her, her choice. As, Q just walks over, as, sits there, as, Seraphel's trying, about to pet her, Q's head goes onto her hand, and she goes, aw. He was like, yeah, this is not the time for this, alright. But yeah, so Issei Chakra, it can enhance your strength a lot more. You can have specific things, and, forget, as Naruto just goes over, gives him knowledge of jutsus. He goes, use the multi-Shadow Clone jutsu. You have enough chakra for it. Alright, you can basically probably make like 10 or 20 right now. So use them to train to get even stronger. As he goes, alright, just, no training me. He goes like, we're definitely training you with some more jutsus. He goes, oh my god, no. So he was, but anyways, Q, as Q, runs away from Seraphol, jumps down, he goes like, could you, take Rias and, basically, Akano and Issei over to the occult, clubs, area, as Q nods, and Q started to grow, as she gets bigger, and so, he goes, so you learn a new trick without my training, as she basically nods. So what happens is Q walks over to Rias, Akano and Issei, as Issei, just says, Sora, stay with Naruto and help him out. Sora nods, and he just slivers over to Naruto, and it goes on his arm. He goes like, alright, then, I can take care of these guys. If you want to help Folly, that'd be great, but, As the wings come out off of Naruto, he goes like, but I think I can handle this. As Mahalo just says, this guy is a fox. How could I be tricked? And all this time, everyone's been shocked by this. I mean, like, everyone in the room. And Azazel has been thinking to himself, wait, okay. So this kid said he was a nine-tailed fox, he wasn't lying, but basically, he can copy as a sacred gear. He took a piece of Drake, he took a piece of the Red Dragon, Emperor's Dragon piece, and he made it his own. He basically corrupted it. Now he has all these wings. He corrupted them, that power, and made it his own. And he can transfer that as information over to sacred gears. Who is this kid? What is he? And how is he? The Red Dragon Emperor has chakra. What is chakra? I read on it. I just don't know much about it. What is going on? And Zex is just happy for his little brother. So Naruto just walks over to the window and says, "Kyo, go now." As then all of a sudden, mist starts to go around them, and around all three of them, along with Kyo, as then they all just disappear. As then, like, Naruto's at the window, he basically just kicks it open, and he just jumps out and starts having his flying. First time flying, he doesn't care if he sucks at it, he's just somehow doing it. And Corrupt Drake is just saying, like, what we're gonna do with the snake. As he just says, "Sora, could you, could I use you as Sora just nods and goes around Naruto's wrist, basically his right, wrist, as, the head, actually no, it goes all the way up to his arm. He basically can wrap around all Naruto's arms, so that way his head is on, like, Naruto's, like, hand, where his knuckles are, so basically, he can do a double dragon shot, as they both just charge up energy. He goes, "Dragon shot!" And basically he just shoots both of them out, as it goes in exactly the same direction, but really quickly, and Folly comes out, does a balance breaker, they all just attack Folly, same thing that happens, but him and Naruto have been taking them out very quickly. And, hold on, let me just, get this person's name real quick. So, everything that happens with Katarina, but she does say about, like, how we did not expect someone this powerful, could be here along with, Vali and all that. Well, the White Dragon. He asks who is he, and just Zex just kind of flexes and says his name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Kremori. As she then kind of sweats a little and does the whole entire explosion, but she does say, "So I'll kill you and everyone in here, then I'll take care of that brat." And then, the explosion happens. The whole entire sacred magic does happen. Now, along with everyone, who's saving Gasper and Konako, there is, everything goes just smoothly. Kyo's there and all that. So, she's learned how to fight and also how to, basically use chakra as her own advantage. Because Naruto trained her in chakra control and, even transferred some of his chakra over. That's why the whole entire silver thing happened. The silver hair thing. And basically what happens is, when they get there to Konako is exactly the same way as it was. And Issei does exactly the same thing. So he stops time, and then Issei throws out multiple dragon shots, and then he just holds it out, and then boom, he crushes his fist as they all collide together into hitting the people, and yeah, which they were surprised it worked so well. They're not dead, so anyways, but yeah, so the whole entire barrier time stop thing happened still. They all go out, they're all helping. Konako does ask Akano why is Naruto not here. She just tells him he's taking care of everything else. So don't worry. And she goes, "Oh, okay." She is a little upset that Naruto didn't come. She thinks, he's not, doing it. He's not here because she thinks she's not important. And then when she gets out there, she sees Naruto just fighting off everyone, like, really easily. And also that he took out the Muramasa sword that he has, and he just starts, like, firing everyone else. And then Azazel takes on oh my God, how can I not say her name right? Katarina. Again, the whole entire, thing happens where he kills her. So and Gasper does exactly the same thing. And, so they all take out everything. Kaneko, Naruto lands, he puts away his wings. Kaneko, walks over and he goes, let me guess, you think I didn't want to come and save you, right? And she nods and he goes, look. She's just looking at him, he goes, I did want to come and save you, but, here's the thing. Issei, Q was there. Rias and Akano. If I was there, do you think that would be overkill? And he just tilts his head when he said that, and she admits it might have been overkill. And he goes, well, Issei is, well, how can I say this? A lot stronger than what he was beforehand. So don't worry. He's basically has, as he points to the white dragon Emperor Volley's, balance breaker. He says, me and him both have the wings, but they're different. Mine's different from his. As Kaneko understands now, she says she's sorry, and he goes, he just rubs her hair a little. He goes it's all right, it's understandable. And Kyo just runs over, turns back into a small fox form, jumps on his arm, and he thanks Sora. So Sora leaves, goes back to Issei. The whole entire thing where Volley betrays Azazel and all that does happen. Also, Azazel did lose his arm, still. And then, he tries to challenge Issei, and then Naruto just says, hold up. So, what are you doing here? You're betraying them because you gave them information, and then you fought them, tried to kill everyone else because of what? You're probably, I don't know, one of the old Devil Kings, I don't know, Lucifer's grandson, or son, or something, and you're, half human? As Volley says in an irritated voice, it was like, how did you know? He goes, as Naruto just gasps, goes, did I get it right? Oh my god, that is amazing. Seriously. Wow. So, as Volley shows off the wings and such, as then he says about Issei being, just a lowly human, was just somewhat of a great student, and basically not even that great of a person, but of a lower class. As then Issei just smiles, how he's not even a devil, as him and Zex smile. Zex just starts laughing, and Grafia is there, so she just kind of snickers at this, which Rias, Asya, Zenobia, hold on, Irina, and everyone else is just going, what? As Issei just says, wow, you really think I'm so low that you would believe just because I'm a human, I barely have any magical power. Zex, can I please, take off the restraints off of me? And Drake he does say, go ahead, Issei. I think it's about time for them to realize who you are. And let's just say, Issei, since he is the Dragon Emperor, he can have multiple wings and such. Like all devils can. As basically, he takes off. Well, Drake basically says, finally we can take them off. As Naruto says, oh? Secret power, huh? Why you never told me this? You could have told me. He goes wanted to keep it a secret for the longest time, Naruto, sorry. So basically he lifts off his right sleeve, and there's a band. A band that wraps around, makes a cross, an X, and then there's a circle. As Issei turns that circle, as then a light glows, and next thing you know, Drake starts to change, and evolves. Basically, Issei made it look like it was never evolving, which Rias kind of saw. Rias was wondering, she was about to ask him about this all this time, but yeah. So Issei's Sacred Gear has evolved. I'm gonna say, season okay, let's just say it evolved into something else in the seasons. It's way more slimmer, not bulkier, and it's longer a little bit, and it has like some weird like the same effects and like multiple gems on it. And which Wally goes like, what? And basically Zack says, I had you say, take on requests in hell and in the underworlds, hell/underworld, and also on the human realm. There also were some training that I had him do secretly, or some tasks that would help him and such that were specific for him only. Which then Azazel smiles and says, so that's why his power's been growing so much. They're not on the same level as mine, but he goes, as Naruto goes, so wait, the whole entire arm thing happened because you're still not on the level of a fallen angel leader? As Issei nods. But she says, understandable. And then he goes, wait, see Drake. Corrupt Drake. Could I evolve too? Or could you evolve too? He goes like, well, yes, actually. But, you just need to keep going with what you're doing, and I will. But there is a thing, you do have a thing called Burst Evolve. He goes, wait, what? Burst Evolve, what? Tell me. Let's just explain it real quick, saying it's basically it can evolve to its final form of what you're doing so far. It will evolve to its final form, and basically it will be that way for about at least an hour. So you have an hour time limit. It will be that way for an hour, then it will revert back to what it is now. And he goes, all right. What about Balance Breaker? He goes like, oh yeah, we got that. It's gonna be really, really different. As Volley's pissed. He's pissed because Issei just showed him up. Naruto just talking and ignoring him. So basically, Volley just says, I'm gonna kill everyone here along with your parents. As then Issei goes, wait, what? You're gonna kill who now? And he says, I'm gonna kill everyone here, and I'm gonna kill your friends, all the leaders, including Azazel, Zax, Snowfell? Oh, sheesh, hold on. Sorry everyone, Seraphil. And I'm gonna find your parents and kill them, you say. I'm sick and tired of you already. And he is bored, but he really just annoyed with Issei and Naruto. As then Issei just says, alright, Drake, what's our time limit on Balance Breaker? As Drake just says, 3 hours and 39 minutes. He goes, good. Let's show him who we are. And then all you just hear Issei and Drake just say, Balance Breaker! Sorry, I just wanted to really yell it like that, kinda. I wanted to yell, but I don't want my parents to be like, what the freak is happening? So, yeah. So, they just say, Balance Breaker. And as you know, a whole burst of power happens. And the Balance Breaker, which Issei has, is different now. It's more like the whole entire thing, it's a lot more slimmer. It looks like an actual set of armor of a knight. It still looks like, the armor, but just less bulky. And so, but there's a glow of like green/blue and red aura around it. Which Volley's thinking to himself, this may actually be a challenge. And he remembers something what Naruto told him one time during the training. Because Naruto kept on berating him and got him angry and such. And so Issei has always been channeling multiple emotions all at once into it, to feel the balance breaker when he trained it. And so Drake just says, let's show him what we're made of, Issei. And he goes, right, Drake. As, they both just suddenly just burst and basically, they're going at Volley really fast. Their auras are just, exponentially going even higher and beyond. Issei's channeling multiple emotions all at once, which Volley's surprised and in shock about this. So he tries to use his divine ability, the divine, which does not work because Issei does actually the same thing, which Volley's even again like laughing at this and such, and oh my god, have I really made this long? Sheesh, I tried to make this a short one, but I ended up making it a long one. Alright, okay. So, basically what happens is, it's just, they're both stealing power from each other, and they both fight each other. The orders are exponentially, but when he says, how about he, like, find a girl that he loves so much and kill her right in front of him and such. And that does piss off Issei to the point where it does burst, and you just hear multiple boosts happening, which so basically then he basically Volley does the same trick like he did his little trick that he had, which Azazel says exactly the same thing about, like, almost the same thing, which it says it cuts things in half about power, and the same thing about, well, no, he doesn't say that, but he says he says it also cuts down, well, Naruto just, since he's not since they say he's not pervert, Naruto doesn't know, I mean, hold on. Sorry about that, everyone. Dad just opened up the door. Father, basically. So Issei kind of has a thing with, problem with his, he's worried about being, like, really short. Let's just say when he was little, he was teased about that a lot, so that became, like, an issue. So he says, say if I was cuts, his height in half. If it's a long period of time, which he says, alright. So then he says, it basically cuts everything in half, including your size, your height if it's like goes any longer. So that's what so that like bursts and everything goes like exponentially, like more powerful Issei gets. The whole tired of flaming and everything happens. Everything goes on fire or bursts out. Akuno, Konako, and Rias are shocked that Naruto's just still standing there. And then all of a sudden, like, Naruto's freaking, like, shirt and, the shirt just burns off. And he goes, that was my favorite shirt! Issei! And then Issei looks, he goes, like, what? He goes, and then he sees, like, all the, like, the cut marks on Naruto and everything along with Rias. And Volley, everyone sees it! And, Kanako, Akuno, Azia, are just, just see it, and Grafia and Zex just look sad as Issei goes like, what, how, he goes like, I'll explain later, you burned my favorite shirt! Which, Naruto was not in, like, the school uniform, he changed. Well, which Issei goes like, oh no, he goes like, when we're done fighting, when you're done fighting him, no, I'm joining this fight. When we're both done fighting him, you are getting it, Issei. Which Issei just feels fear. He's like, I'm in trouble. And then, Corrupt Drake just says, so is it time? He goes like, yeah, balance breaker. As then all of a sudden, there's like a glow off of Naruto, like, sacred gear, which the whole entire black, like where the black part is, starts to go off on Naruto, and then multiple like pieces of armor, the armor starts to go, even goes with it. It starts to grow more. Basically, it's going along his arm, all the way onto like up his like to his arm, shoulder, and such. Basically, it's if you ever seen the way Raiden looked in Revengeance, along with Kamen Riders look, it looks like a mixture between that, but just like it just like it looks like his actual skin just has armor and such. So yeah, it's all red, and though basically it goes up to his arms, and all of a sudden, I mean, like, it covers out his whole entire body. So basically, all of a sudden, the armor actually starts to change even more, and turns like into like an actual jacket. Like it just looks like actual like the part that was going off his arm suddenly like gets like into like a sleeve form, and then like when the parts that went like around his back covers his back and his like chest where there's like a crystal in it, all of a sudden it starts changing into like an actual like jacket as such. And Naruto was like thinking to himself, "What the freak is happening?" And which, after the whole entire transformation is done, Naruto has a mask on, and that's it. Like it does not, no, the mask on, and then like basically like stuff to like, and basically it looks like a headband goes around his head along with horns. And Naruto just says, Drake, see Drake? I mean, corrupt Drake. What the? He was like, well, I figure since you lost, your shirt, I could probably change and turn this into a jacket for you. The armor looks like a jacket now. It was, so, jacket slash shirt? Armor? He goes, yeah, I don't know how I'm doing this either. Just, well, you're pissed, and, figured. Just try something new. I was like, alright. And basically, the jacket's like Sage of Six Paths. With the chakra ball, all the like the seeking orbs, around Naruto. But it's not. It takes the look of that. That's where I want the jacket to be like. And it's still the Kamen Rider mixed Raiden look, how it would have been, but since I basically just made him have like no jacket and such, like no shirt and such, why not just do this? And basically now it has a jacket, shirt, armor that has a Nine Tails fox on the back of it, in which it has like it looks like it has like tails coming into the front. And Naruto just sees Issei and Volley, and he says, Issei, let's do this. He goes, right. As they both just rush at Volley. Volley, they're just throwing multiple punches and kicks. Naruto's using Shadow Clones and throws a Rasengan while another one does a Shidori. Basically, Issei uses Sora. Sora basically transforms into... Well, no. He basically gets armor and such, and then he basically turns like it's fire armor, and then he wraps it around like Volley's like wings, which are burning. Which he goes, what the? And then all of a sudden, like he shoots a dragon shot from like his back close up, which explodes. Naruto basically hits him with the Rasengan, and then one with the Shidori, which it does like pierce the wing, which Volley is having trouble to keep his balance. And Issei basically uses his like the Dragon Slayer sword, Excalibur, and slashes at Volley's other wing, and then they both do like, since he got what he basically Naruto gave him information on jutsus, he basically makes a Dragon Shot Rasengan. Naruto does a venomous Shidori. They combined it together, and they both just run at Volley top speed. Well, actually fly at him top speed and hit him, and then like he tried to divine, it would not work, and boom, because it was too late. And boom, it explodes. And then they both like just fall down. They're not huffing and puffing. Volley gets up. He's just laughing. He's excited, and then Naruto just summons out, right? He basically put away Murmoss. I forgot to mention that. And then he just summons out his other two swords. His ice sword. His ice sword. Izuka. Wait. Hold on. I had the names. Okay, so basically his ice sword is basically Barak, and then his fire sword is Sakayomi. Yeah, and he basically his whole Muramasa in one hand. No, he hurts Muramasa in the mouth part of the armor, and then basically like Barak in his left hand. Sorak. Wait, Sorak. God, I am bad at names. I don't know why I come up with these names. Basically, Fire Sword in his right hand, and basically all of a sudden, some Goku comes out of nowhere. Everything happens the same. He does tell Issei that we'll meet again, and he's looking at Naruto, and he says, "You're very interesting. I'd like to fight you too again, corrupt dragon emperor." And basically, they just leave. They do transform. He puts away the swords. Everyone also just laughs and says, "You've done an excellent job." In which Naruto still has the jacket on. He goes, "Wait, is this like legit until I get a shirt on?" He was like, "Yes." He goes, "Thanks. But first off, let me just do something." As a red chakra started to, a black-red spear of chakra starts to form around Naruto, and then basically it dissipates, and then he goes, "Ha, much better." And basically, Rias comes over, opens up the jacket, and all the scars are gone, besides only like 10 of them, she finds out. She goes, "What the?" He was like, "Yeah, after I unlocked my, chakra, I could have healed at any time. I just kept it for, to show you, but I didn't know how you'll take it." She had tears going down her eyes and such. She's just crying. She asks how. So he explains it, and then Issei hears it. She starts holding him, even crying even more. She's saying she's so sorry, and he goes, "He had to do it." She goes, "No, you did." He goes like, "Yeah, I did. I mean, I was just lucky I survived, but hey, everyone's been safe. You were saved. That's all I cared about." And so she kisses him, and Akano runs over and hugs him along with Konako. Zenobia, figures out the same thing she does in canon, because Issei does the exact same thing in canon. Iris. Alright. Wait, hold on. Irina? Yeah. Irina is, looking at Zenobia. She's just smiling, and Zenobia was like, "Wait, what? Why are you smiling?" I was like, "Oh, nothing." So, yeah. Asuya, comes over, looks at, not looks at Naruto, I mean, like, comes over and talks to, like, Naruto, saying, "Thank you for Issei, and good job," and all that, and she looks like Kyo and Sora, Kyo and Sora, she, pets them and such. And, everything, from there goes somewhat the same. So, yeah. And that's where I'm going to leave it off, everyone. I am going to upload this, like, probably soon, because I'm going to have to do my homework first. And then after that, I am going to then make the Naruto was a reincarnation of Madara, Asura, Ashura, and Indra. Alright? Bye, everyone. You guys have a nice day or night.